Hello everyone, and welcome to part 7 of Banjo-Dreamie. As you may recall, the last 2 episodes, we did go back to some levels that we've been to already and finish those off. And so now we are about to go to the next level. Alright, so the next area of the game, the next level, is a place called Lunar Landings. And as you can see, it is a space-themed level, and as I said at the end of the last episode, there are some things to talk about with this level. Well, both things in regards to gameplay and also, you know, kind of some other things that I have been looking into. Alright, well, first off, Lunar Landings was not always meant to be the 5th level of the game. In fact, the 5th level was actually meant to be an early version of Night and Day Dale, which is, well, basically the last 2 levels, which are separated in the updated version, but as I said in earlier episodes, I have not been able to get the updated version of the game to work out. And I would like to say, I personally think that it would have been good if I could get the updated version to actually work out, but I have just not been able to get it to work, because I just get an error message when I try to load that ROM. Maybe at some point in the future, I may decide to, you know, like maybe, try to download that updated version of the ROM, and, you know, just go all the way to that particular stage, and then just check out what exactly had been, changed, and do a bit of a comparison. But for right now, I am looking over the original release of the ROM, so yeah, I do apologize to Logo that I have not been able to get the proper ROM to work out, but it just would not load for me. It just gave me an error message when I tried setting it up. Alright, now, a couple of things that I am going to talk about is, well, I was on Twitter, like, earlier today. I had posted, a couple of... Oh my goodness, I totally did not see that. Oh, man. Let me get through that, monster first before I continue talking. Take that, you big monster! Gotta fill on health because, you know, I'm low on it. So anyway, another YouTube user who has also been doing Banjo-Kazooie videos, in fact he's been doing them for quite a long time, much longer than I have, in fact much longer than when I had been on YouTube. And some of you may know him. He is Thumbs Up Master. Well known for his Banjo-Kazooie Rated E question mark series, where he points out quite a lot of stuff in the Banjo-Kazooie games that are, you know, can be considered inappropriate, since apparently Rare has a reputation of having hidden jokes be included in their games, and I think they are actually aware of it. Rare themselves being aware of their hidden jokes. I mean, those, of course, were things that we probably did not notice when we played these games as a kid, but come on, why am I not able to get up there? But anyway, Thumbs Up Master, also known as Joe Thumbs Up Master, he actually retweeted, well, a couple of, or at least one of the earlier episodes of the series. It's great that he's actually helping to spread out my Let's Play on this game. He also had done a Let's Play on Banjo-Dreamie. I have not seen that in full, but I may check that out to see, you know, what he thinks of the game. It certainly would be pretty interesting. And I have also been featured in a number of his Breagle Mail videos. If you don't know what those are, basically they are these videos where Kazooie answers fan mail posted by fans in the comment sections. And there were a number of different questions that I had asked. Oh, come on. Okay, I think I will get back to that in a moment, but right now I need to focus on getting on top of this pole right here. Right, come on. I want to get on top of it, not go over it. Alright, there we go. Alright, come on, come on, come on, come on. Can I get it from here? No. There we go. Get in there. Alright. Alright, so that's basically what you do to get into this room right here, where we have this alien. Kind of looks like one of the aliens from Banjo-Tooie in Jolly Roger's Lagoon. You know, that, or those aliens where you needed to power up their ship because it was, like, frozen. Well, not really frozen, but it had run out of energy, and you needed to get ice eggs fired into the power points on the engine. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss any notes. Powered into the engine to get it to run, so it looks as though we may have found one of their lost members. Oh, there's a fly pad right here, so I guess there are a few more notes. Oh, there's one. Let me get to it. Come on. Alright, I'm looking around to see if there's anything else, and there's not. Alright, so a couple of questions that I had asked on the Breagle Mail series is that... Okay, well, for starters, in those videos, Kazooie reported that she was going to appear in Ralph Breaks the Internet. And I was like, is that going to turn out to be true? I mean, Banjo and Kazooie are not that well known, at least not by a lot of people who have played a lot of the video games that were featured in both Wreck-It Ralph movies. And, you know, throughout the year of 2018, Kazooie pointed out that she was going to appear in Wreck-It Ralph 2, which turned out to be Ralph Breaks the Internet. Still don't get why they called it Breaks the Internet instead of Wrecks the Internet. Yeah, that would make a lot more sense. I mean, they do actually mention that, you know, wondering why Ralph Breaks the Internet isn't called Ralph Wrecks the Internet. But anyway, according to the most recent Breagle Mail video, Kazooie stated that she was one of the commenters on BuzzTube. You know, in that scene where Ralph goes to the room and sees all those comments on his videos. Yeah, Kazooie in the Breagle Mail video said that she was one of the users who posted those comments. I kind of find that hard to believe, but I guess Kazooie needed to find some way to excuse herself about claiming to appear in Ralph Breaks the Internet and then ending up not appearing in there. I mean, it's very unlikely if we ever get a Wreck-It Ralph 3 that Banjo and Kazooie will appear then. In fact, hardly any video game characters that didn't appear in the first Wreck-It Ralph movie did not even appear in the second one as well. I mean, the only ones that we did see were any that we saw before. I mean, I know that there are those, I know the Disney princesses made an appearance, darn it. Made an appearance in that movie, you know, in that scene where they are talking with Penelope, where she's apparently trying to hide from the stormtroopers from Star Wars. Yeah, I know that they appear, but they're not really video game characters. In fact, Disney actually ended up using quite a lot of their own characters, their own property in Ralph Breaks the Internet, as opposed to borrowing property belonging to other companies, like with Nintendo and Sega and Capcom. Okay, I think what I need to do is jump onto this platform, there we go, and rotate the camera, and there is another note. I just gotta get on top of it without falling. There we go. And I got 9 notes so far in this level. Ah, darn it. Oh my goodness. Didn't realize this was here. Okay, well, let me rotate the camera. I've forgotten how to do the Talon Trot again. Oh no, this is a slippery slope. Oh no, am I gonna... Okay. Had to reset the camera because... Okay, and I still take fall damage, as if I needed that. Okay, I'm gonna save state. And I missed those. Now I was about to ask myself, how can there be ice cubes in space? And actually, it makes good sense if ice cubes are in space, because ice cubes, you know, out in space, there's like no temperature, so you basically would like freeze out in space. And the same case would also apply if you are on the moon. So, you know, there could be ice cubes out in space because there's no temperature. So, you know, that's quite a little known fact. I think there is like maybe 1 musical note in this room. Not entirely sure. There may be more than just what? Oh no! Then shown right here. I mean, I am looking around right now. Oh, dang it. I really hate when the camera gets stuck in a position where I don't want it to. Alright, so what's another question I had in the Breagle Mail series? I'm just trying to come up with a couple of them. I mean, I'm sure that any of you who've seen the Breagle Mail series have seen a number of the different comments that I posted. Okay, there we go. Well, one in particular that I'm thinking about is pretty much... Oh no! Oh wait, this isn't slippery? Well, what do you know about that? Okay, there we go. Well, that part was not slippery, at least. I'm gonna save state here just in case this part may turn out to be. And I got an extra life, which may not matter all that much. I'm pretty sure that's all the notes found in this room right here. Not 100%, but pretty sure that's all of them. Now, I'm not sure if there are any notes that I may have missed. I mean, if you played through this game before and you have seen that there's more than just that one note that I've collected, and they're like, oh, you didn't collect that note, and my apologies, but I will try to look back to where we have missed any notes. I'm quite certain that there aren't any more in that area, but if it turns out that I'm wrong, I may go back there later on, like when we're close to the end of this level. But anyway, I was just about to bring up about one of the questions that I had, and that would be, how does Kazooie look up to Banjo? Like, is he like maybe a father or a brother or something? And Kazooie pretty much in the... Oh no, come on, please do not fall. Am I gonna have to reset? Yeah, I'm certainly gonna have to reset. And we're all the way back here. Probably need to save state a lot more often than usual to make sure that I don't fall off all that much. Well, I probably will still fall off, but what I mean by that is not have to travel back so far. Like earlier today when I was playing Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue for Toy Story 2, I made it all the way up to Alice Spaceland, and the last piece of Planet Token that I got during that play time was the one that you get for racing against that UFO. And I was just continuously not getting those ropes or jumping either too early or too late. And, you know, it just frustrated me quite a lot. And I seem to recall that my parents would be like, you know, they basically, I think a couple of times threatened to take the game away because I was just yelling so much from playing that game and falling off in so many places. And, you know, just continuously try and try, but also fail and fail. I mean, I sort of still do that sort of thing today. Although a good thing about my modern Let's Plays compared to the much older ones, which I have put in unlisted, and the reason why I put all of the older Let's Plays that I have done, which was just recording the camera in front of the TV or in front of the computer screen, and, you know, the quality did not look all that great, and there weren't a lot of people watching those videos. Like, very few of them got that many views. In fact, there were some that only got 1 or 2 views, or even no views. Oh, I thought maybe I could get that with the normal jump. Can I get it like this? Great. Yeah, I mean, I think that the views are improving. I mean, the episodes of Banjo-Dreamie are starting to get quite a lot of views, although not a lot of them. I mean, what I'm hoping to have happen is that I am able to get, like, a huge audience, you know, like maybe get so many views at one time, you know, like maybe 1,000 views within the first hour, because I have seen some people do Let's Plays, and they are able to get some episodes of Let's Plays are able to get millions of views, or maybe 1,000 views, within just the first hour, or maybe even just within the first 10 minutes when it was uploaded. And I really wish that my videos would get that much attention, because, well, I suppose it just still takes some time for people to, like, discover this channel and maybe begin to subscribe to this channel and watch the episodes regularly. I mean, you know, the very few views that I'm getting, as well as the very few comments that I'm getting at the moment, is pretty much why I am holding off on the questions of the episode. I mean, I really would like to ask various people about questions of the episode, but after I ended up not receiving any comments, well, just 2 comments on the second episode, you know, I just did not really see any point of asking these questions. I mean, maybe later down the line I will begin to ask questions of the day to various users who watch these videos, once people actually start commenting on the videos and actually responding to the comments that I am posting. Then maybe I will go back to asking these questions, but I really don't see any point in asking these questions and then people just end up not answering to the question. Alright, so I just got the empty honey piece, And now I'm flying around to see if I can find any more notes in this area right here. It's very possible that I may miss one or two, but I am going to fly around a while and see if I can find any notes. It is easier to fly around to look for the notes rather than, you know, just walking around all of these areas. Or is it easier to actually just walk on all of these floating craters? In fact, maybe that is what I'm recommended to do. Oh, well, there's one note. Let me see if I can get to it. Alright, I got it. Now, getting back to the whole question about how Kazooie looks up to Banjo, the whole reason why I did ask that sort of a question was basically because, well, if you have, if you know about my DeviantArt account, or if you watch me there, you may know that I created this this sort of buddy duo that's kind of like based around Banjo-Kazooie. One of them being Eli the Hedgehog, which of course is supposed to be a Sonic the Hedgehog version of myself. Oh no, I just totally messed that up. Come on, this time. Yes. Okay, and the other one is this red baby dragon named Renee, and yeah, they're both they basically together are like Banjo-Kazooie. Well, Banjo and Kazooie. I mean, I wrote a story called Eli Renee, which is supposed to be like Banjo-Kazooie, and you know, I wrote that story back in, I can't see, back in 2015. Although I was actually planning on having a sort of oh no! I just reset the save state! I was trying to... Okay. Yeah, I just cannot believe it. I made it there, and then I just reset, and then I had to do it again. And I was trying to start a save state, so I wouldn't have to do that again. That could be a bit aggravating when you're save stating, but you end up pressing the wrong button. You know, like when you try to create a save state, but you accidentally hit the load save state, just like what happened with me. Or sometimes if you try to load a save state, but then you hit the start a new save state, and that just messes things up. You know, like you just fall off a cliff, and you made a save state earlier so that you could just go back and try again, but then you end up hitting the load or the create save state by mistake, and that pretty much ruins it for you. Although maybe if people start answering or giving answers to questions of the day with this episode, which I highly doubt anyone will do, but on the off chance that that does happen, for those of you who have also played on emulators, have you also... so we're back to this. For those of you who have played emulators, have you also faced issues with using save states? Like, oh no! Have you ever faced with issues on using save states, like pushing the wrong button, or what else? Or sometimes out of the blue the save state doesn't work. Like you make a save state, but then when you try to load it, it doesn't work. Have you ever had that issue? I know that at least one person has had that issue. Can I ground pound up here? Well, there's a shock pad. Let me see if I can land on it. You know, it's actually quite believable, or unbelievable actually, that... I guess you can't. Or did I actually get a note that was up here already? There's a chance that I may have gotten a note that was up there already. I'm gonna explore around this area right here, because I think there may be a couple of notes for me to find. This probably will be a very long play session for me, being able to, or trying to find all the notes in this area, because, you know, as the game goes on, the notes begin to be a lot harder to find than before. But anyway, I did mention earlier that I was gonna talk about, you know, this level and the development of it. And as I said, oh well, actually I've already talked about it. I'm sure some people may have seen like early demos of the early version of the 5th level. And you know how that looked like, and you know it was called Night and Day Dale, but that ended up being what eventually became the last 2 levels of the game. I'm trying to get on top of this right now. Am I too short? Oh, no, I made it. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe the shock pad is actually meant to spring all the way over to there. I wonder if there's anything else that I need in here. I think I may need to go to a fly pad next. I'm trying to get on top of that rock over there. Let me see if maybe if I go over here. Okay, there we go. Just kind of see if I can find another fly pad somewhere. I mean, there are quite a number of them in this area right here. Is there one at the top of this? Okay, come on. Alright, now I'm gonna fly around a bit, may cut to when, if I find any more musical notes. I mean, I'm pretty sure that I haven't found everything in this room right here. But I am going to look around a while more. Oh, there's a note. No, I didn't get it. Let me see if I can get it without landing. Alright, come on. Got it. So I got 16 now. That means there's like 9 more in this level. Have I been in this area of the level for long enough? Because I'm quite certain that I have been in here for quite long enough, but I'm not entirely sure. Is there anything like at the top here? Oh, I guess there isn't. Let me look around a little more, because I want to make sure that I did not miss anything. I saw something. It could either... Oh, it was a Wonder Feather. I was thinking it could be a Wonder Feather or a musical note, because they're both yellow. But I just wanted to be sure, because, you know, sometimes things are not always as they seem. Oh, and here's something that some people may or may not have noticed. It's a snake with a face. Well, all snakes have faces, but, you know, a rock snake that actually has a face added on. That is pretty cool. Okay, well, after flying for a bit, I think I may have found all the notes in this room. Unless there's one that I may have forgotten. But I hope that I have not forgotten any, because, you know, as I've said in the last episode, when you miss notes, it can be very difficult to be able to figure out where they all are. Like, even when you, like, watch through a video to show or see all the notes in every corner. In every corner of the game, and it can be very hard because even then you don't know what notes you've gotten and which ones you've not gotten, and sometimes you may end up having to go back and go to all of the areas where there could be notes, even the areas that you're quite certain that you have gotten, but you just want to check, just in case you may be incorrectly remembering. Because that sort of thing has happened. But we got 16 notes so far, and I think I know of a couple more areas where there could be notes. By the way, how many people out there... Oh, wait, okay. Let me get to the top. Now, how many people out there happen to watch Power Rangers, or at least the Super Sentai series that Power Rangers was based upon? Well, a couple years ago, there was this space-themed series called Uchu Sentai Q Ranger, which was a space-themed series, and it's very different from the other series that had been done before because, you know, normally there's like 5 Rangers on the main team, but Q Ranger has 9. Although they had 5 Rangers in the first episode only appear, and it takes them like 5 episodes to have the entire original team be assembled. Come on, grab that. Grab it. Is it even grabbable? I mean, it looks like it could be grabbable, but maybe it isn't. That's kind of odd. There's this sort of space rover that's here on the moon. I suppose it may have been abandoned. Okay, my camera actually did the whole insufficient, or however that's pronounced, thing again because of too much space on the memory card. I thought that there was plenty of space, but apparently there were some files that I thought that I had gotten transferred, but apparently I didn't. But I've taken care of that now, so that should leave us with plenty of recording time left. So we have about 18 notes already, and there are a couple of other, well, there's, I think, one more area, and I can't quite remember how to get it. Oh, wait. Here we go. Shuttle arrives every 5 seconds. I mean 15 seconds. And here's our ride. You hear that? It kind of looks like we're, or it sounds more like we're walking on sticks. That's kind of strange for a carpet to make the sound of sticks. It's also kind of strange for there to be a flying carpet out in space. Did Aladdin decide to have his movie take place in space? Anyway, getting back to Uchu Sentai Q Ranger, there were quite a number of different fans who had been expecting for a Power Rangers adaptation to that series to come out in 2019. But much to everyone's surprise, we instead ended up getting Power Rangers Beast Morphers, which is based upon Tokume Sentai Go Busters, which was actually a series that was skipped over before. If it was not skipped over, we would have gotten it before Dino Charge. It was just so simple. I just needed to jump, simply. Oh, come on. Yeah, it just caught everyone's surprise, although I was like, what? No way! No way! Yeah, I mean, I have seen a lot of these various hints that had come about around the internet regarding that Q Ranger was in fact planned to be adapted at some point after Super Ninja Steel. And personally, I think that would make quite a lot of sense. Although some people have said that maybe the whole reason why they chose to go for Go Busters rather than Q Ranger was probably because Hasbro, who owns the rights to the show now, is probably just trying to test the water, since this is the first time that they are producing a season of Power Rangers. And, you know, they probably wanted to start with a small team, and I suppose that does make good sense. And, you know, as of the time of the recording of this video, there has not been anything that has been announced for what we are going to be getting after Q Ranger. I mean, not Q Ranger. What we are going to be getting after Beast Morphers, and what I am hoping we will get is Q Ranger, because that's really the series that we should have gotten in the first place. Oh no! I can't believe I did that. I wonder what I was meaning to do. But yeah, I am hoping for Q Ranger to be adapted in 2021. And I think there may be like... I think someone had posted a video about it getting somewhat adapted in the comics. Or something like that. And, you know, it actually would be good if they actually went about and said, Uchu Sentai Q Ranger is going to be the next season that we are going to be adapting. Although it's very unlikely that they're going to make any such announcements until the start of 2020. I mean, it was like very early in 2018 when Beast Morphers was announced. And, you know, I think that it is already confirmed that Beast Morphers is going to have a second season because, well, they're still on... Oh no! I was pushed off! Oh no! Can I escape that? I was kind of worried I may have done a save state where I could not escape death and would have to do all of this stuff over again, which I really did not want to have to do. Yeah, in this area, you will instantly die if you fall into this fire area right here, because supposedly right now we're supposed to be like on the sun or something. I mean, that's kind of what it looks like right now. We're on the sun, so, you know, you could like get burnt. Although I think that, come on, stop allowing enemies to kill me, game, and stop taking away my opportunity to restore health. That's the last thing I need, or the second last thing. Yeah, here's some stone dragons that are in the, you know, in the lava. Or, you know, they kind of remind me more of the sand eels from Banjo-Kazooie. I mean, we didn't actually see the sand eels. They just speak when you go into the sand in Gobi's Valley for the first time, where they say, only we sand eels can survive in here. Yeah, basically they just shock you if you just go into the sand, because they basically don't like smelly bare feet in their way. I'm not quite sure if such sand also occurs in this game too. Okay, let's see. Is there any way that I can get down without dying? Well, there's that way. Can I get over there without dying? No. So we're gonna have to find another way. Oh, there's this. Ah, dang. Come on, make it, thank you. It's a good thing that I am using save states, because if I wasn't, I would just be doing this whole thing over and over again. Have video games ever aggravated you? Like, and if they have, and your parents were around to hear it, were they like, annoyed that you were, like, yelling so much at the game? Because that was pretty much the case with my parents. Whenever I was playing a video game, you know, I would just get so aggravated when I just fell off of someplace, and I would just, like, get upset. And something about my older Let's Plays that I did, like when I first started this channel back in 2010, is that, you know, most of the time, my sister would also be in the room as I am recording this, and more often than not, she would always find something, some way for us to have some sort of a argument, which I did my best to try to avoid, but you know, she always just found some sort of excuse to start the arguments, or she was like annoyed by my yelling at how this video game works. And, you know, I really did not like that by the fact that she always started an argument during my Let's Plays, because I've seen lots of people do Let's Plays before, and they never had any issues with arguing with a sibling. Well, at least I've not heard of any other than myself. But thankfully, I don't have to worry about such arguments right now because, well, for one thing, my sister is not in the room. So, and she's actually not anywhere where she could hear me yelling about me, you know, just getting upset at the game. Alright, so we managed to find all of the notes in Lunar Landing. Okay, well, apparently there was too much memory for the card again, so it just stopped when I was in the middle of a sentence. I actually forgot about what we were talking about. Probably wasn't all that important. But while I was waiting for the files to transfer from the memory card over onto my computer, I decided to go all the way over to the next note door and open it up. So we're going to be taking a look at what is in here. Alright, so for starters, there is Mumbo Skull. And it looks very different from, well, either of the Mumbo Skulls that we have seen before. And what I tried to do was, oh, I'm down to 2 units of health? Oh, come on, please. Let me have this. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Okay, I was quite certain that I was going to get killed. So, we are here in, well, this next area right here. I'm going to take a view around. And there's another note door over there, which we won't be able to open for a while because we only have 125 musical notes, and that note door requires 142. Now, the next level actually is not beyond this note door right here. The next level actually has us transform into something that will help us to get to the next level. But I'm going to save that for the next episode. And I am also going to wait until the next episode before entering Mumbo Skull. You know, comparing this to the previous Mumbo Skulls, I mean, it is very well detailed. You know, certainly something that could be shown in a new Banjo-Kazooie game. But anyway, I'm going to call it an episode right here. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next episode.